Pleasing aspect of the win today?
Oh, just the win. Yeah, just to get the 4 points, really. Doggies under the pump as a footy club after their below par performance. I think that'd be the first club to admit that they were pretty scratchy last week against West Coast. So we expected a real tough physical fight, and strangely enough, that the arm wrestle was more in the second half than the first half. We were expecting that it was going to be a real torrid affair in the first half, and listen, it was, but at least we were able to control the game in the first half and get some scoreboard pressure on them, and you keep them Western Bulldogs on their home track to 3 goals in the first half was a super effort by all our players, but particularly our back six were really strong, and Gibson, Murphy, Shellmaker's really taken control of aerial balls and stopped some of their key forwards being a significant threat for them, and that was pivotal to us being able to get out to a bit of a lead by half time.
300 uncontested possessions to 175. You've really just been able to, I suppose, hold on to the ball, haven't you, which is pretty important.
Yeah, well, we needed to control the ball against the Dogs. They are a side that if you give them possession of the footy, they can catch it to pieces with their feet, and we're very mindful that we wanted to control the ball where we possibly could. Probably a little bit too slow on occasions for us. It's not a great game of free-flowing footy when you're having so many uncontested marks is what that was. So it was a little bit unusual in the circumstances, but to get the 4 points and in a game that we thought was going to be a real torrid affair, and we were really pleased to get the victory.
That last 10 minutes of the third quarter, Clarko, where you controlled the ball, is that a coach-driven initiative, or the players take it upon themselves to slow it down and play tempo footy?
A little bit of both. They realised that I think we got out to I think we kicked the first 2 goals of the third quarter and got out to about a 7 or 8 goal lead, and they responded really well, and they just took the momentum off us. I think they kicked the last 3 goals of the third quarter and then perhaps the first goal of the fourth. So they were coming pretty hard, but it was good to be able to arrest that momentum. But for the first part of it, the players take control of it, and then we more or less stamp it once they've said that we need to slow the game down a little bit. But that's where the leadership of Hodge and Mitchell and Sewell and those type of guys, Burgoyne, Gibson in the back end, they're very important players for us.
Has that been one of the tweaks of your game plan this season, Clarko, to be more patient with the footy?
I reckon we've gone too quick on occasions, but we were a little bit too patient today. I thought we could have moved the ball forward to 3 options that we had forward of the footy, and didn't take them, and it wouldn't have been a great spectacle this game, and it ended up being 2 sides that are pretty talented sides. 13 goals to 7 or 8 goals to the Doggies. Doesn't make for a great game of footy for the Archives, but as I said, in the circumstances with the Doggies coming off a bad loss in Perth, wanting to really respond today. Gia's 200th game. They had a lot to play for, and we were able to suffocate their momentum early, which really helped us with the victory.
You mentioned the defence earlier, how vital they were. How are they going? You don't get Stratton and Gillum for the rest of the year. You've had to, do a bit of patching up there, and they seem to be pretty resilient. Yeah, we're going okay with our back end. We take the view that it's 18 men defend, not just the back six, and there's plenty that think our back six is reasonably average, but the stats suggest our back end's not going too bad. I think we've had the least amount of marks inside 50 in the competition, and once again we're able to keep a pretty talented Bulldogs side who over the last 3 or 4 years have been prolific scorers, particularly on this ground. We're able to keep them to a pretty miserable score again. So we're pleased with what our boys can do down there, but we really take the attitude there's 18 blokes that defend and not just your back end.
Al, just on that point, Josh Gibson seems to have gone to maybe another level, I'm not sure, but where's that come from, do you think? Is it just because he's fit and nothing? He's had a great season, and
we've always had a very, very high regard for the way that he goes about it. the bottom line is he had a pretty serious injury last year in round 3 and missed probably 12 weeks of footy. Came back and was reasonably serviceable for us in the back end of the year, and getting his confidence and fitness back as a player. It's a very, very dramatic injury that he had, and obviously it was well documented with it. Both he and Rewalt did it the same weekend, but he's been terrific for us this year, and but nothing that we wouldn't expect from him really, because we recruited him to be able to do big jobs like that. And there was some really, really pivotal contests 1v1 to Hall early in the game today, and Josh was outstanding in being able to halve those contests, and then in some cases provide us with some rebound as well. And if they were going to kick a winning score, they probably needed Hall to be pretty pivotal in providing a target for them, and for Josh to be able to suffocate that threat for us was really important for us.
Just your thoughts on Lee Craig's game? Obviously, sort of started injury throughout the season, but seems to be getting back to his best. Yeah, he's starting to get there, and kicked a couple of really important goals in the first half, which we want our midfielders to do. And he played forward, midfield, and back too, which makes it really good for our side to have that flexibility. Sam can do that as well as Cyril and Sean. Can play multiple positions. So he's taken a while to find his feet. He had a niggly Achilles that we all know about that just took him a while to get going, but he's playing to the type of level that we expect of him now.
How about Chance?
Yeah, he'll get assessed over the course of the week. He tweaked an ankle in the first part of the game that he just ended up making the call, as he would have had to play with the painkilling injection, and you don't like to have to use your sub so early, but the sub's there for that type of reason. If you get a bloke who's a little bit sore, so I didn't want to play him on painkillers. So not sure whether he'll be available this week. Usually when a bloke misses, can't get out there to play, he'll be doubtful for the next week. So we'll get that assessed during the week. We actually missed his run and grunt. He's been pretty good for us the last 3 or 4 weeks, Changa. So if he does get a bad scan, then he might miss a week or 2, but we'll just have to wait and see.
Happy with the way Max Bailey's going? 2 games back in?
Yeah, he was really important early for us, Max. He got some really clean hit outs and gave us some early momentum. I think we got 4 goals early from stoppages, and a lot of them were due to Max's dominance in the ruck, which is really pleasing. But he just played his role for us, and he's been pretty serviceable, and he's just still finding his way. It's been a long, tough journey for him, but he's a quality lad, and I think with more game time will come more confidence that he can really contribute at this level.
How important is it to have a guy like Leon Cameron in your box first year out of the club you're playing?
Yeah, well, you're always pretty keen to win against your former club, I suppose. But listen, he gave us some great information. But he researches up. I always do with the rest of our coaches and our scouts and Johnny Wardrop, and the intelligence you get on opposition clubs is pretty good from all clubs. They research hard, but we had a little bit more of an idea of the Doggies because of Leon's involvement there. He's been there for 7 or 8 years, I think, as an assistant coach. So that would have helped us in our preparation. But at the end of the day, it's 22 blokes that need to go out there and execute on game day, and in a game that was really important for the Bulldogs in terms of trying to get their season back up and going. For our guys to respond like they did, especially in the first half, was terrific.